Is my light on? If it was on, and it was clearly on.
Shana Tova Umetuka. We will welcome this new year by lighting the Yom Tov candles. I'd like to invite Elaine Asa.
We also kindle the lights of our spirits and our hearts. May our observance of Rosh Hashanah bring light into our lives and into the world. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Yom Tov. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'echianu v'kimanu v'ihiyanu lasman hazeh.
Amen. We give thanks for this wonderful moment that we get to share together. You want to read in English?
Blessed art you, Adonai, our God, source of all being, who makes us holy with mitzvot and enjoins us to light the holiday candles. Blessed art you, source of all being, who has given us life, established us, and allowed us to reach this sacred moment.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam
שהחיינו וקרבנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהחיינו וקרבנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. לזמן הזה. We give thanks for this opportunity of sharing this time together, for this sacred opportunity of being together to welcome a new year, and for the blessing of being community. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. How wonderful to see you today.
הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. Rosh Hashanah never comes at the right time. It is always too early or too late. Who can remember exactly when the wheels of our Jewish year intersect the cycles of secular time and interrupt our worldly life? Rosh Hashanah never comes at the right time, sneaking in right at the end of the summer, after vacation and as school begins, or hanging around in the background, only to arrive just after our autumnal schedule has been set. Rosh Hashanah always comes before we are ready to put aside our past and lay our burdens down. There is something else to do, another job, another client, laundry to fold, a room to paint. Rosh Hashanah always catches us by surprise, showing up with a shofar blast and a chorus of angels proclaiming, Inei Yom Adin, the new year is here. Judgment Day has arrived. An unexpected summons, like being called to the principal's office or an audit from the IRS. So we stop, turn, and listen to the arresting voice within and around us, and gather together and pray for peace and blessings. I'd like to invite you to take a look around and to see the blessing of being able to celebrate one more year, the blessing of being together as community. And with that sense of blessing, please rise on page 13 for Baruch. Be seated. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, source of all being, by whose word the evening falls. In wisdom, you open heaven's gates. With understanding, you make seasons change, causing the times to come and go, and ordering the stars on their appointed paths throughout heaven's dome, all according to your will. We are on page 14.
Adonai Tzevaot Shema El Chai V'Kayam Tamid Yimloch Aleinu Le'olam Va'ed Baruch Atah Adonai Amari V'Aravi.
On page 16, we start to get ready for the Shema. We open our hearts embracing an eternal love, Avat Olam.
Avat Olam Beit Yisrael Amcha Avtan Torah u'mitzvot chukim u'mishpatim אותנו לימדת אהבת עולם בית ישראל עמך אהבת תורה ומצוות חוקים ומשפטים אותנו לימדת כן, 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 כן אדוני ושוקפינו ובקומנו נשיח בחוקיך אהבת עולם בית ישראל עמך אהבת תורה ומצוות חוקים ומשפטים אותנו לימדת ונשמע ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד, ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. אהבת עולם בית ישראל, עמך אהבת. תורה ומצוות, חוקים ומשפטים, אותנו לימדת. כי הם חיינו באורך, ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגה, ובהם נגה יומם ולילה. אהבת עולם בית ישראל, עמך אהבת. תורה ומצוות, חוקים ומשפטים, אותנו לימדת.
We are loved by an ending love. We are embraced by arms that find us even when we are hidden from ourselves. We are touched by fingers that soothe us, even when we are too proud for soothing. We are counseled by voices that guide us, even when we are too embittered to hear. We are loved by an ending love. We are supported by hands that uplift us, even in the midst of a fall. We are urged on by eyes that meet us, even when we are too weak for meeting. We are loved by an ending love. Embraced, touched, soothed, and counseled. Ours are the arms, the fingers, the voices. Ours are the hands, the eyes, the smiles. We are loved by an ending love. באהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני.
ברוך שמו.
אוהב עמו ישראל. And I invite you to close your eyes and to take a deep breath and to connect between your neshima, your breath, and your neshama, your soul. Take a deep breath and become one. Shema Israel Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. On page 18.
How good it will be when you really listen and hear my directions, which I give you
In a
today.
second. I tell you. We are on page 18. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך
ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך ובביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
How good it will be when you really listen listen and hear my directions, which I give you today. For loving Yah, who is your God, and acting godly with feeling and inspiration, your earthly needs will be met at the right time, appropriate to the season. You will reap what you have planted for your delight and health. Also, your animals will have ample feed. All of you will eat and be content. Be careful, watch out. Don't let your cravings delude you. Don't become alienated. Don't let your cravings become your gods. Don't debase yourself to them, because the God sense within you will become distorted. Heaven will be shut to you. Grace will not descend. Earth will not yield her produce. Your rushing will destroy you, and earth will not be able to recover her good balance in which God's gifts manifest. And God spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to the children of Israel, and say to them that they should make tzitzit on the corners of their garments for all time. And they shall place on the tzitzit a little thread of blue, and these shall be for you as tzitzit, that you may look upon them, and that you will remember all the mitzvot of Adonai. And you shall do them, so that you will not go running after the cravings of your heart, or the turning of your eyes, which might take you into places where you should not be."
On page 21, let's chant together. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי
והייתם קדושים לאלוהיהם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים.
אני אדוני אלוהיכם אמת, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. אמת באמונה כל זאת וקיים עלינו, כי הוא אדוני אלוהינו ואין זולתו, ואנחנו ישראל עמו. We continue with the silent reading over page 22. עולם תעביר בין מיני בסוף. עד הטבע ברור בין הגבולות. When your children saw your presence, they sang and praised your name. Full of joy, Moshe, Miriam, and Israel sang to you together, lifting their voices. Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, on page 23.
מי כמוך בנים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורתי עידות אוסף אלה. מי כמוך בנים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקי הים לפני משה ומרים, זה ליאנו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. ונאמר, כי בד אדוני את יעקב, וגאלו מירחצק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, גאי ישראל.
And after the blessing for redemption, after that we have embraced God's light, the light of our souls, and we remind ourselves that we can handle obstacles in our lives. Then we do the blessing for our inner peace. Ashkiveinu Adonai, Eloheinu leShalom, on page 24.
Ashkiveinu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom, leShalom. Vehamidenu Malkeinu leChayim. Ufrost aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufrost aleinu sukat God us from all harmful things, Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right. Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Shomer Amo Israel La'ad. Blessed are you, Adonai, who spread a shelter of peace over your people, Israel. Tihu b'chodesh shofar. Sound the shofar on the new moon on page 27. We're on page 29 for Hetzi Kaddish.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה,
Amen.
בעמד יברח חירותי וימליך מלכותי. בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בגלה ובזמן קריב ויאמרו.
Amen.
יהי
שמירה ומבורך לעולם ולעול בעלמיה יתברך.
יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה שמר קודשה בריחו לילה ולילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה
ושמך אתה ונכם אתה,
דנירן בעלמא,
ואמרו Amen. Please rise as we open the ark for the Hineni prayer. Here I stand, painfully aware of my flaws, quaking in my shoes and in my heart.
I'm here on behalf of this kahal, even though the part of me that's quick to knock myself says I'm not worthy to lead them.
All creation was nurtured in your compassionate womb. God of our ancestors, help me as I call upon your mercy.
Don't blame this community for the places where I missed the mark, in my actions or my heart, in my thoughts or in our davening.
Each of us is responsible for his, her own teshuvah. Help us remember that without recriminations.
Accept my prayer as though I were exactly the leader this community needs in this moment, as though my voice never faltered.
Free me from my own baggage that might get in the way. See us through the rose-colored glasses of your mercy.
Transform our suffering into gladness. Dear one, may my prayer reach you wherever you are, for your name's sake.
All praise is due to you, dear one who hears the prayers of our hearts. Baruch atah Adonai, shomea tefillah.
The Congregational Hineni on page 32. Please join me in reading responsively. Hineni, here I am as a poor one standing before you, in this holy community amidst all your people Israel, ready to receive the inner truths of our lives.
Hineni, may I be as Abraham, who answered you by going according to your word,
to do your will without stumbling.
Hineni, may I be as Abraham, who lovingly answered you by climbing the mountain together with his son Isaac.
Hineni, may I be as Abraham, who answered you on Mount Moriah and did not withhold his love from you.
Hineni, may I be as Jacob, who answered you by returning to his native land under the wings of your peace.
Hineni, may I be as Joseph, who answered you and his father by caring for his brothers along his way.
Hineni, May I be as Joseph, who answered you by descending into Egyptian exile for the sake of your name.
Hineni, may I be as Moses, who answered you when the bush burned but was not consumed, and his life was changed forever.
Hineni, may I be as Samuel, who answered you by waking from his slumber into the light of your word.
Hineni, may I be as Isaiah, who answered you saying, send me to serve your holiness in truth.
By this merit, may it be your will that all our travails and sufferings convert into joy and gladness, life and peace. May there be no block to my prayer.
And may it be your will, Adonai, God of Abraham and Sarah, God of Isaac and Rebekah, God of Jacob, Rachel, and Leah, the great, mighty, and awesome God, I will be what I will be, that your name be known to all your people.
Thus, on this day, may we hear your voice, as you said, even I who speak, Hineni, here I am.
Blessed are you, Adonai, who hears prayer.
You can see it as we close the ark. I want to be present to this moment. What is arising in me as I stand before God, whether I understand that to mean God far above or God deep within. As I stand with my community, whether we are together in person, connected across the miles, or linked throughout generations. What words pour forth from my heart? What am I afraid of? What do I yearn for? Here I am, me, all that I am. Here I am, here and nowhere else. Here I am in this very moment, not remembering yesterday, not dreaming about tomorrow, but here and now. Like your prophet Isaiah, I yearn to say, here I am, God, send me. Please rise on page 37 for תפילת עמידה. אדוני, שפתי תפתח ופי יגיד תהילתך, eternal God. Open my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotinu ve'imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak ve'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Leah Elohei Rachel Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor ve'Hanora Elyon Kamel Chasadim Tovim Vegoni Hakol Vezocher Chasdei Avot ve'imot Umevi geula lifnei v'neihem Leman shema be'ahava זוכרנו לחיים, מלך חפץ בחיים. זוכרנו לחיים, מלך חפץ בחיים. וכותבנו בספר החיים, וכותבנו בספר החיים. למענך אלוהים חיים. יד עלי די 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 יד עלי די 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 חיים, מלך חפץ בחיים. זוכרנו לחיים, מלך חפץ בחיים. בכותבנו בספר החיים, בכותבנו בספר החיים. למען אלוהים חיים. מלך עוזר ומשיל ומגן ברוך אתה אדוני. מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אמן.
מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי מתים ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצניח ישועה.
מי כמוך אהב הרחמים, זוכר יצוריו לחיים ברחמים. ונאמן אתה להחיות מתים, ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי המתים.
אמן. אתה קדוש בשמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום עלינו חסלה. You are holy and your name is holy, and holy ones praise you always, Selah. And so may fear and concern be instilled in all living beings, deep concern for all created. All creation should be in awe, all of life humble before you. May all of creation form a single bond to do your will. We know that you alone rule, that your strength is justice, and your awesome being transcendence all which you have created. And so may honor be granted to your people, praise to those who feel awe, and hope to those who seek you, and voice sincere yearnings. May there be joy throughout the land, and joyfulness for the inhabitants of your city. May the light of joy and justice shine forth in our lifetime. ובכן צדיקים יראו וישמחו, ושם יעלוז וחסדים ברינה יגאלו. And so when such a day arrives, those who strive for justice will be first to rejoice. The upright will be glad. The faithful will sing with joy. Injustice will close its mouth. Evil will vanish like smoke. Falsehood will depart from the earth.
ותמלוך אתה אדוני לבדך, כל מעשיך, בהר ציון משכן כבודך, ובירושלים עיר קודשך, ככתוב בדברי קודשך. ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהי ציון לדור ודור, הללויה.
קדוש אתה ונודע שמך, ואין אלוה מלבדך, ככתוב ויקבע אדוני צבאות במשפט, האל הקדוש נקדש בצדקה. ברוך אתה אדוני המלך הקדוש. Page 42. אתה בחרתנו עם כל העמים, אהבת אותנו ורצית בנו, ורוממתנו מכל הלשונות, בקדשנו מצוותיך, בקרבתנו מלכנו, לעבודתך, בשמך הגדול והקדוש, עלינו קראת. ותיתן לנו אדוני אלוהינו, בהבת יום הזיכרון הזה, יום תרועה מקרא קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. אלוהינו ולאבותינו ואמותינו, יעלה ויבוא ויגיע וירצה בשמה, ויפקוד בסחור זיכרוננו ופקדוננו, בזיכרון אבותינו ואמותינו, בזיכרון משיח בן דוד עבדך, בזיכרון ירושלים עיר קודשך, בזיכרון כל עמך בית ישראל לפניך, לפליטה ולטובה, לחם לחסד ולרחמים, לחיים ולשלום, ביום הזיכרון הזה. We continue with the silent reading over page 44. טובה. בטהר ליבנו לעובדך, 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 לעובדך באמת. בטהר ליבנו לעובדך, 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 לעובדך באמת. מטהר ליבנו לעובדך, 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 לעובדך באמת. בטהר 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 ליבנו לעובדך, 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 לעובדך באמת. וברך האמת וקיים לעד, ברוך אתה אדוני מלך על כל הארץ, מקדש ישראל ביום הזיכרון. We continue with the reading over page 45 until the bottom of page 47. For those that feel more comfortable, you might sit. blessing and peace, and making a good living, may be remembered and written before you. You maybe see you are all sitting. So it's optional to sit toward the end of the Amidah. Amidah literally means standing. Some people stand, some people sit. We sit. We sit, definitely. Clearly, we sit. And that's great. That's great because it's more comfortable. And we have new chairs. I don't know if you recognize them. This is a good time to talk about the chairs. How do you like the chairs? You like the chairs?
Them.
So we like the chairs. So let's get back to the prayer mood. Let's sing something together. Let's end the Amidah. You see in page 48, there are many words there. There are a couple of words in English. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, O God, my rock and my redeemer. Let's sing it together. You know the melody, I promise. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable unto you, my rock and my redeemer. Again, may the words of my heart and the meditations of my heart be acceptable unto you, my rock and my redeemer. I invite you to close your eyes for a second and to see what you're looking for this year, what you're asking for. And let's sing without words, just with the la 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 la. But while we are singing the la 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 la, the nigun, try to picture what you want to wish yourself during this new year. Lai, 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 lai. שנה טובה, שנה טובה. So we have a custom activity. We have an alternative version for Avinu Malkeinu. It's called Shekhinah Makor Chayenu. It's a text written by Rabbi Levi Kelman from Kol HaNeshama in Jerusalem. Rabbi Levi replaced the words of Avinu Malkeinu, our Father, our King, by Shekhinah Makor Chayenu, divine providence, source of our life. And Robin, Luan's daughter, wrote a wonderful melody for this song. So I invite you to start to think about your Avinu Malkeinu. We'll get into Avinu Malkeinu in a few more minutes. There's a Kaddish Shalem, a sermon in the middle. We'll get to Avinu, but start to get in the mood of the holidays if you're not there yet. Let's listen to Shekhinah Makor Chayenu.
שלום ולצדק. הפחיב לנו לששון ויגוננו לשמחה. בכי אדמתנו וכל מעשה ידינו. קמצי בנייך מארבע כנפות הארץ לגבולם. השלים מבניין ירושלים עיר קודשנו.
To page 50 for Kaddish Shalem.
Jemei Rabban.
Amen.
Be'alma divrach hirotei ve'yonlich malchutei.
Malchutei.
B'chayechon u'b'yom eichon u'b'chayei techol Beit Yisrael. Bagala u'vizman kariv.
Vehimeru.
V'himeru amen.
Amen.
Yehei Shemei
Rabba
mevorach. Le'olam u'lamei almaya. Yitbarach. Yitbarach v'yishtabach. V'yitmahal v'yitromam. V'yitnasi v'yitadar. V'yitale v'yitalal.
Shemei de Kodesha.
Shemei de Kodesha.
Brihu.
Le'ela u'leila min kol birchata v'shirata.
Shirata.
Tushbechata v'nechemata damira be'amal. Tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'amal.
Vehimeru.
V'himeru amen.
Amen.
תתקבל צלות אחד ובאותרון דרכו ישראל קדם עבורון דיבי שמיה דיבי שמיה דיבי שמיה
Vehimeru.
והימרו אמן
Amen.
יהי שלום הבא מן שמיה וחיים וחיים עלינו עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל ישראל ועל כל ישראל
Vehimeru.
והימרו אמן
Amen.
עושה
Amen.
שלום במרומיו ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל
Vehimeru.
והימרו אמן.
It's okay, it's just the music book. It's okay. It's fine. Oh, the glasses.
I realize now I'm going to do a sermon. So it's hard to come after this level of beauty to speak with words to your minds that were talking to your hearts. And I realized something new. Since Gabi is standing here, I have lots of things that weren't here before. I have less space. It's nice to share, Gabi. It's nice to share with everybody, so we love it. One second. So first, Shana Tova. I will say it again and again and again. It's so nice to be here together, to share this space, to gather as community, and to bring our energies together for davening. And so I hope that this spirit of tonight accompanies us over the length of the year. So today, can you hear me well? Sure? Okay. Today I want to talk to you about polishing our souls. And you'll probably say, wait a minute. My soul is just brilliant. This is no for me. So let me tell you something about the nature of our souls. They are the shining light and the most powerful element of our existence, but at the same time, the most delicate one. So, they can easily be covered or obscured because they are so deep in our beings, it is sometimes hard to notice that. So, when was the last time that you took your soul for a checkup? When was the last time that you even thought about the fact that you have got to check your soul every once in a while? And if you haven't done it yet, then how can you be sure about where are you in your life? What kind of light are you projecting? Or even harder than those questions is, who are you? Is that dust covering your light a part of your identity too? Or just the reminiscences of something that wasn't cast away? Don't despair. Today is Rosh Hashanah, and checkup offices are absolutely open. If during the entire year they work 24/7, now they are doing double shifts. So understanding that there is no more time for procrastination, you finally gather the energy and the courage and make the call. It sounds something like, beep, welcome to Soul Self-Awareness Network Services. Due to the large number of calls at the beginning of the month of Tishrei, our waiting time is longer than usual. Para español, marque estrella. For your financial status, press 1. For your health condition, press 2. For your emotional complexities, press 1, 2, 3, 4. If you want to learn more about the nature of your relationships, press 5. To inquire about the where I am question and to verify your identity, press 7. Ha! That's what you want to know. So you go ahead and press 7. And then you hear the following question. Where are you? Where are you? Ayeka. And then silence, nothingness. You are filled with expectations, knowing that something great might be revealed to you soon. You hear a terrible noise, such a strong noise that it makes it impossible for you to hear. You can't even think while hearing to that horrendous noise. Then it stops, and you hear the voice of the machine again. We are sorry. Due to the level of noise, but then it comes different. In your system, we couldn't access the information. We don't know where is your soul. In order to get rid of the noise, we recommend that you check your emotional complexities and the nature of your relationships. For your emotional complexities, press 1, 2, 3, 4. If you want to learn about the nature of your relationships? Press 5. At this point, you still don't have an answer, but you know where to start. What we want to accomplish is to be capable of establishing a connection without noises in the line and without dust covering what is supposed to be shining. It is about being capable of listening to our souls. And this idea of listening to our souls may sound familiar. This is the meaning of the Shema prayer. Listening, becoming one with God. The rabbis in Masechet Brachot, page 11, section B, discuss how one is to get ready for the Shema. Surprisingly, for the Talmud, there is a consensual answer. And it is by perceiving abundant love, ahava rava, as we recite in the morning before chanting the Shema. Rabbi Adin Steinsaltz says, love of God depends on one's ability to be aware of Him. Not in the sense of one's knowledge of what is written in this book or another, but in terms of personal consciousness. One can love God to the degree that one is able to be conscious of Him or to feel Him. All that is necessary is to understand and to sincerely inquire into one's knowledge of that which is worthy of love. And the natural impulse, the love of God, is awakened. We can close our eyes and surrender to the experience of oneness with God, as we do in the Shema, only when we are filled with the trust and immersed in the waters of a deep love. Knowing that that strong link to our souls is developed through love and trust. We need to explore hatred, anger, and fear as the elements that could possibly prevent us from making that connection. Hatred, anger, and fear. Let's start with hatred. In 1957, Martin Luther King said, there is another reason why you should love your enemies, and that is because hate distorts the personality of the hater. We usually think of what hate does for the individual hated, or the individuals hated, or the groups hated. But it is even more tragic, it is even more ruinous and injurious to the individual who hates. You just begin hating somebody, and you will begin to do irrational things. You can't see straight when you hate. You can walk straight when you hate. You can't stand upright. Your vision is distorted. There is nothing more tragic than to see an individual whose heart is filled with hatred. For the person who hates, you can stand up and see a person, and that person can be beautiful, and you will call them ugly. For the person who hates, the beautiful becomes ugly, and the ugly becomes beautiful. For the person who hates, the good becomes bad, and the bad becomes good. For the person who hates, the true becomes false, and the false becomes true. That's what hate does. You can't see right. The symbol of objectivity is lost. Hate destroys the very structure of the personality of the hater. Hatred destroys the very structure of the personality of the hater. Hatred hides your soul. And what about fear? A few weeks ago, I came across the story of the Essex. The Essex was a whaling ship. In the year 1820, the Essex went on a voyage looking for whales in distant grounds in the South Pacific. The ship was struck by a big sperm whale who ripped a huge hole in it. The water rushed into the ship so fast, the only thing the crew could do was lower the boats and try to fill them with navigational instruments, bread, water, and supplies, before the Essex turned over on its side. In all, there were 3 boats and 20 men. They were 10 miles away from home and over 1,000 miles away from the nearest island. They calculated that the closest land was the Marquesas Islands and the Society Islands. However, the crew had heard rumors that the islands were peopled with cannibals. They pictured themselves coming to shore only to be murdered and eaten by cannibals. The other option was sailing south a much greater distance to land, requiring more than the food and water supplies they had available. Debating the best solution, they ended up deciding to take the longer route going south. By the time they were finally found, less than half the crew were still alive, and ironically, had survived by eating the remains of their dead crewmates. The story of the Essex is, by all accounts, horrible. In choosing between the 2 frightening options, heading out to a long journey without sufficient supplies, which meant sure starvation, versus going towards rumored cannibalism. The crew chose the first. The novelist Karen Thompson Walker brightly explains in her TED Talk, the fear is like stories that we tell ourselves. These stories can sometimes save our lives, and in some cases, even predict the future. As a matter of fact, fear is recognized as an essential characteristic that evolved for human survival. But there is a problem with fear. Fear comes to our minds as stories with tangible images. As a result, we tend to experience greater fear for things that we can picture. In the case of the Essex, the fear that was more vividly pictured was the one that determined their choice. The problem with letting fear lead our choices is that it can oppose our knowledge, it can oppose our logical thinking, and sometimes even the values that we hold dear. The combination between hatred and fear has even more of a potential of obscuring any emanating internal light. Think about our politics here in the US. If there is something that is bipartisan today, is the embracing of fear and hatred as an inherent part of our dialogue. They don't care about the other. They don't understand what they are doing. They don't see the risk of their actions. They are a threat to our society. The echoes of 9/11 haven't ended yet. The constant terrorist attacks that we see all over the world keep feeding our fears on a regular basis. Real threats exist, and watchfulness is an important value. Of course, we need to have security in our borders, and even right now, at the gates of our synagogue. But if you let the poison of fear take control over your mind, you will end up believing that more than half of the population of the world are your enemies. Can we really live in such a world? Do we want to live in such a world? This applies also to fellow Jews that think differently, to different opinions of what is best for the state of Israel on the national level, on the security level, on the civic level, and so on. The dialogue of fear and hatred brings our society to the binary division of either we are in agreement or you are a traitor and consequently an enemy. It brings us to the terrible place in which we stop seeing each other. The tragedy is that in this way, we can hide the neshama, we can hide the soul of an entire nation. But it's Rosh Hashanah, and I would like to take a step away from the big picture of we as a nation to the higher resolution of me, you, and our relationships. What happens when fear and anger take over in our relationships with people that we know well and love? Think about how many people you know that are strangers to some member of their families. Think about when, for some reason, you are angry with somebody that you love, and the anger comes again and again. It gets to the point that you stop seeing the other person, and anger becomes the most prominent feeling where once there was love. And fear, in this context, it comes as worry. Sometimes we are so worried about something happening to a loved one that the only thing that we can see is our own concern. Of course, we need to care about people that we love. However, if our fearful concern prevents us from seeing the individual standing in front of us, then we are distancing ourselves. We see the irony of people that care about each other but can't communicate because of fear. When fear takes over, it creates alienation. It separates us from dear people and also distances us from our own souls. We started this talk wondering about the location of our souls, thinking at the gates of a new year how to refresh our connection. Then we learned that the first step is polishing them. Through the formula of how to get ready for the recitation of the Shema, we learned that in order to become one with our souls, we need to strengthen our trust and to focus on the abundance of love embracing us. In order to establish a deep connection, we need to remove the dust that is obscuring the light emanating from our souls. So we start Rosh Hashanah with a vidui, a confession, trying to come into account with things that we recognize and that we understand should not be there. Hatred, fear, and anger. Have all the time between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur to work on that. So, when was the last time that you took your soul for a checkup? When was the last time that you even thought about the fact that you have got to check your soul every once in a while? And if you haven't done it yet, then how can you be sure about where you are in your life? What kind of light are you projecting? Or even harder than those questions, who are you? Is that dust covering your light a part of your identity? I'd like to conclude these words with an idea that has the power to change your life and maybe the entire world. It's not mine. I wish. When we start to see each other, we also start to see ourselves more clearly. When we recognize the divine presence in the order, when we recognize divine presence in the other, we renew the link to the divine presence in ourselves. We recognize that this world isn't filled with enemies and traitors, but with people, divine creatures, just like you. Those from afar that you don't know, and those whom you know well, and maybe don't always understand. All of them, all of us, imperfect yet masterpieces. Torah teaches us, גם כי אלך בגיא צד מוות, לא ירא רע, כי אתה עמדי. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for you are with me. There is endless hope in this idea that you are walking with me. You, when I recognize you in a fellow human, and you, when I recognize you in my own soul, in my own neshama, you, we fill this entire world with light. May this year renew for us the wisdom to recognize and to embrace the light surrounding us and our internal light as one. Shana Tova u'metuka. Our service continue on page 53 with Aleinu Leshabeach. Please rise as we open the ark.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הרצון, ולא שמנו כמשפחות אדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. אנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ ומושב
יקרו השמיים ממעל ושכינתו זו בגובי מרומים
הוא אלוהינו אלוהינו אמת מלכנו
אפס עולתו ככתוב בתורתו וידעת היום והשבות לבביך כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל ועל הארץ ועל הארץ מתחת עינות ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. May you be seated as we close the ark. We are on page 'So at the end of our service, we dedicate a moment to think about the people that we are missing, to think about their souls that are not with us today.
Every person has a name given by God, given by our parents. Every person has a name given by his appearance, given by her clothes. Every person has a name given by the mountains and given by his walls. Every person has a name given by the stars, given by her neighbors. Every person has a name given by his sins, given by her yearning. Every person has a name given by his enemies, given by her love. Every person has a name given by his holidays, given by her toil. Every person has a name given by the seasons, given by his blindness. Every person has a name given by the sea, given by her death. The yahrzeit for this week, we remember Edith Fine, Albert Herklerode, Golda Hirsch, Denise Powell, Mildred Vaccarino, Saul Epstein, Helene Harrison, Gonzalo Iglesias, Meyer Joseph, Renee Alper, Herman Brass, Sidney Chapman, Rosalind Katz, S.D. Knight, Naomi Cohn, Harriet Frankel, Gloria Hyman, Fern Knaus, Kurt Schloss, Samuel Silverstein, Alice Tashoff, Gertrude Hanna, Edward Lichtman, Eric Usselin, Golda Portnoy, Elaine Sanders, Jean Shane, Ray Shapiro, Clara Fostovsky, and Melvin Thal. And the Shloshim, the first 30 days following funeral, Sid Jacobs, husband of Elaine Jacobs, father of Janice Goldberg, Maria Zelda Walker, friend of Sarah Douglas, and Callie Katz, longtime TBT member.
If you are during the first 7 days of mourning, Shiva, please rise. If you are during the first 30 days of mourning, Shloishim, please rise. If you are during the first year of mourning, please rise. If you observe a yard side this week, please rise. Now you can support our fellows while standing or sitting, joining us with your kavanot, your intentions, and your hearts and your voices for Mourners Kaddish on page 57. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חילותי, וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב, באמרו אמן. יהא שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שווה לקודשה, לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירם בעלמא ואמרו אמן. יש למה רבה מן שמיה, בחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו אמן. May their memories be for a blessing. Zichronam lebracha. You may be seated. At this point of our service, you can sit too. I'd like to invite our Executive Vice President to welcome you and to say a couple of words. We welcome you too, Lauren. Shana Tova.
Let's talk over here into one of these. I am thrilled to welcome you home for High Holidays. We have been dreaming of bringing High Holidays back to TBT for a very long time. So welcome home. I'd also like to extend an extra special welcome to our new guests. Welcome to our home away from home. We are so happy to have you here with us. There are many exciting things happening here at TBT. Our Chavaya and Ulpan programs are off to a great start this year. Our preschool has more than doubled its numbers and continues to grow. We have several... I wasn't clear enough. Our preschool has doubled its numbers and continues to grow. Wow. Right downstairs. He threw me off. I lost my spot. All right, thanks. Thanks, Rabbi Nico. Right. We need you to be more interactive during this. We have several prominent speakers lined up over this next year. TBT is thriving, and this is largely due to you, your support and your commitment to this community. I want to take a moment to thank some of the people who make High Holidays possible. Thank you to all of our staff who have worked tirelessly. I'm sure I'm going to miss names, but I'll name what I can. Erica, Michelle, Miriam, Guillermo, and Anthony, we couldn't do this without you. Some are in here, some are not. They do amazing things during the season and all year, but especially now. To our religious practice and facilities VPs, there are not enough words to extend our appreciation. You guys are amazing. Thank you. To the sisterhood, thank you for our gorgeous floral arrangements. They're bright and beautiful up there. And last but not least, thank you to our Kultiva choir and our amazing musicians, to Gabby and Rabbi Nico for leading us in the most beautiful of ways with the most beautiful of music. I'm short, so don't worry. A quick reminder about security before we wrap up this evening and start over tomorrow. The upper parking lot is reserved for staff parking only. The lower parking lot is for handicap parking. Remember to wear your name tags because they will be checking IDs if they don't see name tags on you. And if you're being dropped off upstairs, the elevator is available for use, so you don't have to walk down the stairs. So you're welcome to do that. I think, Lisa, did I get all of those things? Yes. All right. So that's it. Thank you so much. Shana Tova Umetuka. Welcome home, and I look forward to celebrating with you again tomorrow. Oh, I would love to.
So we are going to conclude our service. So I'd like to tell you how we are going to conclude our service. We have Kiddush, so don't start talking. Is my mic open? No. I'm pretty loud. Yes, I am, right? This thing of the microphone on and off, like those, at least you know that when you are here, you are speaking. But so, I'd like to tell you how we are going to conclude our service. So we finish together, and we don't have the situation in which some of you think that it's done, it's not done yet. So let's make sure how we are going to conclude our service. We are going to do Kiddush, and we are going to do a short benediction. And you'll get it when we are done. We'll say something like Shana Tova U'Metuka. That's the cue for you, okay? When we say Shana Tova U'Metuka, have a wonderful and sweet new year, it means that the service has ended. Okay, say yes? Let's confirm understanding. Now, last thing before we move into that, and all the Thanksgiving were expressed by Lauren, and I want to address them. And I want to address them, to
elaborate?
No.
I don't know.
To
Reiterate?
To confirm them. Yes, we are thankful. Now, we are really thankful. I'm missing a word. I don't know. It might be my age. But I have a word that just disappeared from my mind. It was there, and then it wasn't there anymore. So a couple of things. Is it your first time at TBT? Raise your hand. Welcome. Be very welcome. Who else? Who else? You raise your hand. Be very welcome too. Who else? There. Welcome. You want to say your name? Christine. And your name? Yeah, if you're raising your hand, you got to say your name. And your name? Andrew. Welcome to TBT. We hope to see you more often. Is this the first time you come this year, like the last year? So we welcome you. We welcome you again, and we always we give you some Jewish guilt. We say, we didn't see you last year. And every time that we see you, it's great, even if it's once a year. So this once a year that we see you is great. It's wonderful to be together. And of course, you're invited to come every Friday, every Saturday, almost every day. We are open, and we have wonderful activities. Please rise as we conclude our service with Kiddush. I am on page 60, and I need a B or something like that. I don't remember. What was the key that we had? Stay here.
Okay.
Stay
You
here.
should get away from me.
Ba. Baruch it was an A. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, moreh pri agafem. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher בחר בנו מן כל העם, ורוממנו מן כל לשון, וקידשנו במצוותיו. ותיתן לנו אדוני אלוהינו באהבה, את יום הזיכרון הזה, יום תרועה, מקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי בנו בחרת, ואותנו קידשת עם כל העמים, ודבריך אמת, וקיים לעד. ברוך אתה אדוני, מלך על כל הארץ, משקדש ישראל, ביום הזיכרון. Say amen. Amen. You can drink. You drink. And now,
Oh, yeah, that's good stuff.
so and while we are concluding our service, יהי רצון מלפניך, we say, אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו באימותינו, שתחדש עלינו שנה טובה ומתוקה. May it be your will, Adonai, our God and God of our ancestors, that this new year be renewed for us as a year of sweetness. May it be your will that 5778, 5,777, be a year of joy. Say amen.
Amen.
May this be a year of deep connections between us and each other, and between us and you.
Amen.
May this be a year of learning new insights, new ideas. May this be a year, not yet, of transformation, healing, and compassion. Say amen.
Amen.
May our hearts, even E, may our hearts be open to receive your blessing today and every day. And let us say, amen.
Amen.
יברכך אדוני וישמרך. יאר אדוני פניו אליך ויחונך. יחדה אדוני פניו אליך ויעשה לך שלום. ויעשם לך שלום. ויעשם לך שלום. ויעשם לך שלום. again. יברכך
אדוני וישמרך.
May God bless you and keep you.
יאר אדוני פניו אליך ויחונך.
May God's light shine upon you and may God be gracious to you. May you feel God's presence within you always. And may you find the most important thing that we can wish to ourselves, peace and love. ויעשה לך שלום. once again. יברכך אדוני וישמרך. יאר אדוני פניו אליך ויחונך. יישא אדוני פניו אליך ויעשם לך שלום. ויעשם לך שלום. ויעשם לשלום. May we all be inscribed for a good and sweet year. שנה טובה ומתוקה.
שנה הבאה